Okay. We're excited to be here today and hear from Lauren.
Oh my gosh.
Exciting things happening in our brand as we develop and grow and evolve and change.
So happy to be here. I feel like whenever a new person comes in, there's always a discussion of a rebrand or a new brand. That just always happens. And we're following suit today. That's exactly what we're doing. And I'm just so overjoyed to be here and to present this new brand that kind of we've come up with that's been in our heads for a really long time. And now it's just on paper. And I'm just excited to show you. So I got a really fun little presentation that we'll walk through.
We're excited to see it. And this is, to be clear, this is something I never would have done, never could have done. Most of the time, my branding was like sending Lindsay color swatches and being like, does this work? And then she would be like, I have literally no context for this conversation, but maybe. So I very much appreciate you bringing this specific skill set to the team. Because we need it.
Now we will have a uniform, a very clear and energizing and exciting brand. So the first big change is the name, right? Like this is not hire a writer. This says Winsome Marketing. Have to give major credit where credit is due. So Faith, this was all you and your name. It was absolutely amazing. That was the initial name of the PR division, but it was just so good. So we made it the whole company's name. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So modest.
I love it. So we're just going to go through a couple things of why in the world are we even doing this rebrand, and then who is Winsome Marketing, what is our brand essence, and then really the fun stuff. What's our new brand visual direction, our story, our message, and kind of why we're doing what we're doing. So let's start with why are we rebranding or why are we creating a new brand? It's really important that we build a company that's as big as our dreams and as big as our vision. And while the Hire a Writer brand allowed us to experiment, bring on some incredible writers in this team that we are so blessed with, I am so happy to be working with all of you. And we really have gained a strong reputation in the market as understanding our craft and being true craftspeople in terms of content writing and strategy. But we don't just write for a living. We do so much else and we offer so much to clients in terms of strategy, consulting. We're really often an extension of our client's team. And that's such a special part of who we are and what we do. And so in essence, really, they're not just hiring a writer. The name kind of became a little too literal and a little too limiting as we think about the types of services that we want to offer and really lean into the incredible expertise that's on this team. So that's why we're changing. And so then what is Winsome? Who are we? What's the vibe? Winsome is a boutique marketing agency, and we are dedicated to helping brands reach the right people with the right words at the right time. And in addition to doing marketing really, really well, one thing that sets Winsome apart is how we want to preserve and expand our craft. This beautiful craft of writing that is so deeply human. If we're reading a book right now called Writing Down the Bones by Natalie Goldberg, and one of the sentences that always rings in my mind when I think about this rebrand is that writing is uniquely human and perhaps it's in our DNA. It could just be who we are as people. And we're really leaning into the beauty and the power of that here with this new brand. So that's deeply, deeply important for who we want to be in the market. And so then what do? We really have three core pillars of service offerings, and that is content. So anything with words, anything that you can imagine as far as the eye can see, if it has words, we do it. From website, social media, landing pages, and premium content, blogs, all of the things for content. That's really our sweet spot. But then we also have a consulting arm, which is so exciting that Ross is heading up. And He's just absolutely delightful and is doing such an amazing job about bringing this strategic lens, helping our clients figure out how marketing fits into their larger business goals, and then how content supports a larger marketing function. It's a whole connected circle that he's building over there, which is amazing. And we also have our PR function that Faith, Cass, and Joy are running, and they are really redefining what it means to do PR. So it's not this kind of traditional, outdated thing that we think of about PR. They really are leaning into personal branding and focusing on the people behind the brand, because ultimately that's what people want. People connect with people and not businesses. So we're really trying to do things a bit differently over there, which is great. And so then again, who do we serve? Who are we for? Our bread and butter are mid-market B2B companies, and we actually serve a lot of different verticals. We have SaaS, professional services, different accounting, industrial, manufacturing, supply chain, sales, kind of the list goes on and on. And the reason I think that we can serve so many different types of verticals is because we always bring experimental ideas. We are not afraid to try something new. You know, I think we were talking about having postcards or comic books or something that was very like interesting and different for clients. So we're really interested in experimental. We are super high touch, very personalized service. And we always prioritize putting out the best content possible. And that means that we can do that across industries. We're not just tied to one. Okay, so that's about the company. But who are we going to be as the Winsome brand? When I was thinking about this, I think the most important place to start is our clients and who we serve. So I was scouring a bunch of reviews and figuring out, what do our clients say about us? How do they describe the experience of working with HireWriter, now Winsome? And there are a lot of themes that we can see here. But the first theme that really jumped out at me was quality and craftsmanship. You see things like incredible writers, blown away, all of these different things that kind of lend itself to the quality that we bring. But we also see a lot of relationship type of themes as well. So we have folks like partners, never worry, attentive, positive is what we bring to the relationship. So it really fleshes it out. We don't just submit good content and call it a day. We are really there for our clients. They can count on us as true strategic partners. And we always deliver our communication in very thoughtful ways. And then the other thing that I notice here is just a lot of life and spark. You know, we have like 10 stars, blown away, just lots of beautiful energy that are in some of these words. And that's, I think, who we are as a brand, what we bring to the table. So that was a really delightful starting point. In addition to what our clients are saying about us, I also wanted us to think about how we want our clients to feel working with us. So after they leave a call with us, after they leave, getting an email from us, whatever it might be, what do we want that emotion to be? And there are really 5 core emotions here, is we want them to feel energized. Like, we know what we're doing and we get results. And when you start seeing results, clients get really excited and motivated, and they want to keep going and keep pursuing this path, which is really great. We also want our clients to feel supported. So we are here to listen to them, help them reach their goals, like understand what their organization needs, what are they being graded on, and how can we support that? And that's a really amazing component of what we can bring. We also want them to feel relieved, because in the marketing world, there are a lot of folks who are masquerading as experts who are not. And there's also kind of a lot of lackluster work out there. And when you work with us, we want our clients to feel like they have finally found it. They found an agency who really cares, who gets it, and who wants to create really awesome work. And in addition to that, we want to inspire our clients. I think that when we're looking at who we are and who we bring and how we show up in our client engagements, creativity is a big part of that. And so sometimes we almost want them to feel a bit, as one of our clients said, blown away, leaving them with this, how in the world do they do this kind of feeling. And in addition to that, we also want them to feel very resourced. So they know that they can come to us and get any of their marketing, business, writing, strategic needs taken care of. So then all of that leads to the type of brand that we want to be in this marketplace. And I was thinking about the 12 brand archetypes and which one we might fit into. And without a doubt in my mind, Winsome Marketing is the creator brand. The creator brand is known for innovation, inspiration, creativity, novelty, imagination, all of these really wonderful, fantastical, kind of magical moments. And this is what we want to do. This is what we want to bring to the world. And the brand's goal is always in pursuit of novelty. So we are chasing what's next. We're not satisfied with just what we're doing now or what's worked in the past or all of these things. We want to know what's new. And we're always seeking to improve ourselves, improve our craft, and ultimately then improve our clients' deliverables as well. In terms of a message for Winsome, I was thinking that we need to elevate, stir, and inspire creativity. Again, this just fits really aligned with what the creator archetype is and means. And in terms of our voice as a brand needs to be imaginative, vibrant, and original. And we're trying to do that in a lot of different ways. Perhaps in another one of these lives, we'll talk through our approach to essays instead of blogs, and really highlighting every team member's unique voice and celebrating that originality. I think with the rise of AI content, there's just so much sameness that's in our industry, so much sameness in content right now. And so we want to lean into human, original, real. That's really who we are. And this fits this brand so much because, again, we run to and strive toward this originality, deep expression, and new vision. We don't want to stay in one place. And we don't want to work with people who just want to stay in one place or only have one mode of thinking. We want people who are interested in experimenting and just willing to try something new, try something different. Okay, all of that being said, we get to the fun part of what does this look like? How do we communicate all of these beautiful values and meanings through our visual language? And when I was thinking about it, this direction of pure wonder is really what came into my mind. And I was thinking about all of the amazing natural phenomena that exist in the world. And one of the most fitting examples right now is the Aurora Borealis and the Northern Lights, who really put on a show throughout the United States over the last week. They were showing up even down here in North Carolina. Folks could see it, and it was magical. But there are other natural phenomena too, like bioluminescence, volcanic lightning, and people from all over the world chase that, to find it, to seek this fleeting beauty, even if it's for just a moment of their lives. Because in a flash, it can be gone, but in a flash, it can be there. And it's really mesmerizing. And then I started thinking about how that natural phenomena and writing coexist. Because for me, writing is a phenomenon. We have these just little symbols that we write or type. And all of a sudden, when you string them together, they mean something. They inspire people. They stir emotion. They make us feel, and they also make us act. And that's pretty amazing, pretty fantastic. And that's what I think we want to do as a company. And so the characteristics of this brand, we have creative, this wonder, this magnetism that we bring. And here is how it's going to be visually represented in terms of a color palette. So We can all ooh and ah. We're so excited. We love it. But for me, this captures what we're talking about. It's magnetic, it's creative, it's different than others in the market, and it creates this sense of wonder and creativity. I think something can happen here when I look at this. And so then you might think, okay, how can you take these little color swatches and perhaps turn them into what an asset might look like? And so our absolutely amazingly talented graphic designer, Aysen, who's not here, created these graphics that were so inspiring to me. I think when I gave her this brief and she took all of those words and turned it into this, just feels like a natural and beautiful extension of everything. So super exciting. And I just want to leave you all here with how important I believe that stories and storytelling is. It has so much power in our lives, in our industry. And I'm so excited to be part of this company that is going to help bring the magic of story into our world. So thank you so much for listening to me and just experiencing this with us. Really, really excited to hear any thoughts.
Magical. I love it. And we already have multiple representations. There's the coaster. Let's see. Good. All of your t-shirts are coming in the mail along with your notes, things like that. So it is exciting. And I think, Lauren, if I were just to take a minute, and I mean, I say it glibly and perhaps a lot, but this means something to me. And I've spent, 5 years now building this team and building a book of business and all of that. And, I've always been very flippant about branding because it was like, get to the bottom line, get to the point, right? Because we have been like in survival mode, in startup mode. But I think what you've done here is you've taken something that is to me so precious, which first and foremost is this group of people, right? That is what is precious to me, is the people on this call, the people in this business. And you've stewarded so much of what is beautiful about what they do into something truly creative. Like, this brand is truly creative, and that's powerful. And I think I've watched you do it in something of awe because it is not something I can do or have the instinct to do. And watching your gifting work out in this way has just been really beautiful.
Thank you so much. It's been one of the greatest joys to put this together. I felt so compelled to do this based on, again, how amazing this group is. This is a vibrant, exciting, delightful group. And I hope that you see yourselves and you feel how creative you are within this brand, because I mean, definitely you all are an inspiration.
I feel like we should launch into a Whitney Houston song. I don't
I
know.
agree.
I wanted to be like, oh, I'm feeling it.
I love it. What are everybody's thoughts about all of this? I know that we've been exposed to parts and pieces of it, but as we look at, again, the whole story and how this has come about and where we're at, what are your feelings about what we've ended up with?
One thing I admire about this new brand is that it has such a strong point of view. Like, it's obviously also anchored in us and our own point of view as we approach our work and as we approach our lives, and in all the conversations we have kind of on the side that, light up the workday. But it really also represents what good branding is, which it helps you really understand what the company is trying to do and where they want to go and what's their driving force.
Yes, because there's so much watered down messaging in the world. So yeah, we definitely want to be really strong in who we are, how we position ourselves, how we show up.
I think I would echo what Joy said. It's been a lot of fun to watch you build it, and to come in and take what we have kind of worked to build over the last 2, 3, and even 5 years in Joy's case, and really take it on to the next step has been, really exciting and wonderful to watch. And I think what you've created is something that is very unique and is very different. And it's very elegant as well, I think, in the way it ties together elements of our natural world with, the character and the personalities on our team and the work that we aim to do. And I think it's very aspirational. It fills me with kind of excitement and hope and optimism for what we're going to do together in the next few years. So yeah, thank you for all your hard work on it. It's great. I'm really excited.
Oh, thank you so much. That means everything.
I also think the timing couldn't be better with the Northern Lights too, and the colors. What a way to launch it.
Exactly. We have the natural world on our side here. It's amazing.
If I was superstitious, I would be like, you guys, something's going on. Yeah, agreed. And I think, Cass and Faith and I obviously met up this past week and got together in person and just talked about our vision for the department and for where PR is headed. And, I think one of the things I really love about the brand story and the brand concept is, Ison's designed this stunningly beautiful components for the website and all this kind of thing. And Faith and Cass and I were talking about perhaps the power of choosing like a different natural phenomenon and thinking about using lightning through a lot of the PR branding. Lightning in a bottle, lightning never strikes twice. Like there's just so many cool metaphors we can pull from that. And so I feel like, you've really tapped into something that has almost endless possibilities for a variation, which I think makes it fun as you think about the fact that brands need to be refreshed and grow over time. So yeah, I love that we're starting somewhere so strong and beautiful, and we have a lot of places to go.
Yeah, absolutely. It is nice that you can customize based on the service type or whatever, because there are so many beautiful things that happen in this world. So, and we're not just limited to one. So
Ross's consulting practice could be like, earthquakes or volcanoes.
So we're going into
That'd be something cool like that.
I think these are natural disasters. I think I want to.
I was going to say, that's not the vibe.
Yeah,
Ace is like a hurricane.
Yeah, Ace is
No.
All right, we're too far off the path.
Yeah.
What do you think, Faith? I know we kind of took your name and ran with it.
No. I love it. And I love the direction. And I loved being able to meet, Cass in person last week. And I can't believe it was this time last week we were there. But no, I think the biggest thing for us for the PR side of it was, having that personal touch in a world of AI. Like we want to get to know the client. We want to market you. We want to make sure that you're comfortable with how we're marketing you. And we want to put you in pitches and positions and podcasts that you feel comfortable, that you're thriving, that you get your message across. I'm really excited moving forward in this new brand, the new branding, but yeah, a lot of really exciting things. And Cass and I work very, very well together. So we're going to take on the world, Cass, you and me, kid. Hold on.
Good plan.
Hold on, baby.
She's the honorary sister.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
I'll put up the blooper reel later today. All right. Anybody else have any thoughts about the brand or anything else they want to talk about?
Now you've got me internally brainstorming natural wonders that could be hijacked.
Not natural disasters.
Yeah.
Not disaster. Something constructive that attracts like tourists and photographers.
Yeah. Canyons, natural wonders.
Waves, tidal patterns.
Waves. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like that.
Yeah, there's so many directions to go. I guess, I already started packing. Ross, I have yours all loaded up, but I mean, darn if this logo doesn't look good on a t-shirt. Looks so good. Doesn't that look good?
Oh, I love it.
Got the gradient embroidery. Yeah, looks cool. So we already had our merch brainstorm meeting. We'll keep exploring all of our options for that and client gifts, and we'll just be as creative as we possibly can so that our work is exciting and fun and worth doing. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and